All right, we shift our focus now and take you back to KZN in Durban, Kendra Hall, where Siboniso Duma, ANC chairperson, is currently on the podium. Let's listen in.
Guest, the fourth estate. In fact, I could just want to recognize the essence of this event that is taking place, because if you could just think about non-racial character, this event is amongst those where the true reflection of a non-racial society could be built upon the strength and what Comrade PG fought for. I'm sure we'll be delighted just to see this audience. We could just build from this experience. We want to thank the family, want to thank NEC leadership that the president has accorded and afforded this family an official funeral, which is befitting for Comrade PG and his caliber. It's amongst other things. On behalf of the ANC in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, we wish to express our revolutionary appreciation to the Gordhan family. For it highlighted, we thank you wholeheartedly for allowing members of the ANC and alliance partners to pay their last respect to the son of the soil. We can only imagine the severity of the pain that the entire family is experiencing at a loss so great that no one can hear and no one can also bear the heat of it. Judging by accounts given by fellow comrades, diplomats, and ordinary members of our society, indeed, over the past few days, it is clear that the whole country has been shaken by the departure of Comrade PG. The apartheid masters never imagined that today we'll stand here and talk freely about one of the giants, about one of the true cadre of our revolution, about the Robben Island prisoner who apartheid thought he was not strong enough, he was not South African enough to lead because of his race, because of his color, because of his background. Nevertheless, he joined the ANC, the gigantic movement, and at some point in time, he contributed in this liberation movement. Despite the harassment and banning orders, Comrade Pravin Gordhan remained fearless. He is credited for the success of many student activism, rent boycotts, and national stay away of workers. All activities that he organized sent shivers down the spine of apartheid ministers, as I can have already highlighted. On our guests, it is not our intention to dwell on negative comments made by forces opposed to the ANC in various social media platforms. But family, rest assured, whenever a giant who has just passed our earth has done a great job, in the process, he was bound to offend either the system, either those who are aggressive and antagonistic towards change. So just understand that amongst us and for us, he will remain a fighter, will remain a diplomat, he will remain a strong character who has contributed solely on the transformation of the country. Our main task, therefore, is to expose the youth of today to the phenomenal leadership of Mr. Fixer, as he was commonly known. This is the leader who touched the lives of many people, all the very core throughout his life. To the apartheid government, he was a terrorist, as I've already highlighted. That's how they will define him. And to us, he was the leader. And why you have got such par excellence character that are going to talk on behalf of the ANC and the Alliance, it is the stride and the role that he played. He has contributed, as I've already highlighted, in the ANC, the formation of Umkhonto weSizwe. He's a prisoner from Robben Island. He is also the former SABC leader, was elected. He also played a critical role in the UDF. So when you think about Alliance, you will find around his portrait, which his character portray as well. Others defined him as a persuader. Others defined him as a discipline in thought and in action. He's always going to write. He was always going to articulate a perspective, a fearlessness and foresight. Others will define him as a leader with ability to give and also take advice. Fellow mourners and comrades, what sadness as most is that his departure is depletion of leaders, not just for the ANC, but for our maturing democracy. And we hope we are going to tap from his wisdom even when he's no more. Yesterday, exactly at 7 p.m., we received the board of Comrade Pravin Gordhan at the Dubai Trade Port International Cargo Terminal. We were touched by the bravery displayed by the family, in particular Yuma, and the words that we've said to the ANC is going to take us a long way On your behalf, I could just say that you've thanked the leadership of the ANC for what they have been displaying. It's something that he deserved more than what we could do. This is the least we could do for the fellow son of KwaZulu-Natal. It is indeed unbelievable that despite malicious political attacks and untested allegations against your father, your grandfather, your uncle, you are showering all of us with love. We proclaim you as heroes of South Africa. You supported the giant whose contribution towards the creation of a democratic state will never be erased. We thank the President of the Republic already, His Excellency Matamela, for declaring his final journey as an official one, as I've already highlighted. The contribution of a well-known leaders who help from the Indian diaspora is well documented. What is good about the history that he has already encrypted each and every word and his details, his vision. It is well known. Whoever who comes with unsavory remarks, I'm sure history is going to deliberate and deal well with such processes. He joins Comrade Mewa, Comrade Ramgopin, that will lay to rest in 2016. Comrade Indosi remembered and highlighted to us that probably in the cohort now there are remaining 4 of them, which is something that it's painful, at least to say that Comrade Dr. Cycliffe is still around, Comrade Mpo Scott is around, Comrade Ndosi, the certain generation, and Comrade Patla represent another generation with another cadre that were developed at that point in time. He joins Comrade Dr. Monty Naika, another illustrious son of the soil, who is the descendant of the Indian diaspora as well. He recorded history agreement uniting the struggle of the Indian and African compatriots in our country, working together with Comrade Dr. Yusuf Dadu, Dr. Kluma, to record what was called 3 Doctors Pack. This brought together the struggles of the African National Congress, the Natal Indian Congress, and the Transvaal Indian Congress, and eventually creating a united front to fight apartheid. Program Director, at this stage, we wish to make a strong call to the ANC rank and file and alliance. We must close ranks before one concludes. We must be emphatic on the points that we must close ranks. Now is the epochal time of which Comrade Pravin, using his dialectic material understanding, he was going to say that the ANC must unite, the alliance must unite. Together and coherent, we need each other. This is our beloved country. This is our journey. We must close ranks and we must work together. It is befitting that you see even Comrade are still entering this hall in his honor because he played his pivotal role. The memorial service gives us the opportunity to strengthen the solidarity amongst the people of this province. This evening we are called upon to reflect with pride on the close working relationship between Monty Naika with Inkosi Albert Luthuli. These were amongst the earliest to volunteer when Umkhonto weSizwe was formed in 1961 and were subsequently incarcerated for many years on Robben Island, as I've already highlighted. Honorable Program Directors, we must also ensure that we don't get distracted on the important task of uniting the people in order to build the most powerful province and the country socially and economically. You are all welcome. Just understand this is a hero. We are not only here to mourn, but we're also going to celebrate the victory and his stride. Thank you so much, Program Directors.
Thank you, Comrade Duma, Comrade Chair. I think well said, and we respect the fact that we are keeping to time. Before I go to the next item on the program, let me just thank. There's a whole range of people who are present, and we may not acknowledge all of you. We are trying to cover the range who are present here with us. But amongst us, we have veterans, including Comrade Luthuli, Comrade Sunny Singh, Comrade Mac Miraj, Comrade Ila Gandhi, and a whole host of veterans. We also have a range of people from outside KZN who are here in the province to mourn the passing of Comrade Pravin and to celebrate his life. So you are most welcome and thank you for your attendance. We have amongst us business people, a whole range of them. We have academics, and I'm not going to name them because there are many, but I will give you the breadth of people who are here. We have the Ahmed Kathrada Foundation, the chairperson, Derek Hanakom, who is here, members of the board, also members of the South African Airways Board who are with us, the Commissioner of the South African Revenue Services that was so dear to the heart of Comrade Pravin is with us. We have members of the National Executive Committee of the African National Congress, Comrade Becky Cele, as well as Comrade Bisani, who are amongst us. We have retired judges, retired judges Tamba Pillay, as well as Zach Yakub, who are here. We have Comrade Willis Mkunu, the convener and coordinator of the African National Congress Youth League, the convener of the African National Congress Women's League. These are the provincial ones. We have Comrade Sunny Singh that I mentioned, Comrade Ila Gandhi. The provincial chairperson of COSATU is with us. We have the provincial secretary of the South African National Civic Association. We have the representative from the South African Communist Party that Pravin served in, Yunus Karim. And of course, there's a whole host of activists. I can't name each one of you. You know who you are, drawn from every sphere of society that he was involved in. The civics, from the pharmaceutical group, I can see a range of pharmacists, the medical fraternity, teachers, lawyers, the whole range.
All right, live visuals there from Durban at Kendra Hall. As you would have seen, ANC chairperson in KZN Siboniso Duma, they're concluding his welcoming remarks, of course, saying that they're not only there to mourn, but to also celebrate the life of the freedom fighter.